Businessman clears the air over inflammatory Facebook post. Local church prepares for COVID-19. In the region, COVID-19 fears sparks prison riot in Colombia. And internationally, United States starts to feel economic impact of the pandemic. Greetings and welcome to another episode of Headline News Update. I am George Gonzalez. Thank you for joining us. School is still out. Considering the current situation, the Ministry of Education wishes to advise that schools will be closed for an additional week. That's March 30th to April 3rd, 2020. This will lead into the Easter term vacation of April 6th to April 17th, 2020. The commencement of the third term for the current academic year remains as scheduled April 20th, 2020. However, the University of Guyana reminded students that they are still expected to return to campus on March 30th, 2020. Places of worship around the world are finding ways to continue their services in the face of the COVID-19 pandemic. Esther Sober spoke to one pastor to learn what preventative measures his church is taking.
For many churchgoers, their place of worship will not be the same. The COVID-19 pandemic has changed the way people worship. Internationally, many churches have opted to live stream their services, reduce the time of worship hours, and increase their hygienic safety for their members. Headline News caught up with one senior pastor of the Caneville Full Gospel Church. While his church has not canceled services, he is still taking several precautionary measures for his congregation.
As a result of the COVID-19, an epidemic that is affecting the entire world, we have had to make several changes or adjustments in our services. We've not made the adjustments because we are afraid. We've made the adjustments because our government have written and they've asked us this past week that in the nation, we try not to have as much large gatherings as possible. As you're aware by now, this is a virus that is affecting the entire world. And one of the methods that they are saying is going to work is social distancing. And so as a church, what we've done is we have adjusted our services. We usually meet every Sunday between 9 and 12, but we've reduced our services to just 1 hour. And so, just to facilitate our congregants, all of our members, we're allowing persons to come, some between 9 and 10, some between 10 and 11, and some between 11 and 12. It's the people. We are the temple in which the Holy Spirit dwells. And so we're excited to still be able to gather. We've also implemented a means in which some are gathering in the church on Sundays, on Wednesdays to study the Word of God, Bible study. And the others who are not on, those that are online, they are reaching us online for another session there. And so we thank God that we're respecting the government's desire. At the same time, we're still able to meet and to serve the people in our community.
He encourages interested persons to contact the local church on their Facebook page called Digging Deeper. The live stream is also available on their page. Furthermore, the World Health Organization advises the public to practice good hygiene to protect oneself from COVID-19. These measures include regular hand washing and the use of an alcohol-based hand sanitizer when water is not available. The WHO also recommends maintaining at least 1 meter distance between yourself and anyone who is coughing or sneezing. Avoid touching eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home if you feel unwell. If you have a fever, cough, or difficulty breathing, seek medical attention and call the Healthcare Emergency Hotline. For Channel 2 Headline News, Esther Sobers.
Thanks, Esther. In an effort to support the national response to the COVID-19 pandemic, Demerara Distillers Limited, DDL, is donating approximately 12,000 liters of alcohol-based sanitizing cleaner. DDL is distributing the sanitizing cleaner to institutions around Guyana such as senior citizens' homes, orphanages, night shelters, prisons, and other facilities. In addition, the sanitizing cleaner will also be distributed to agencies that provide public services to assist in keeping surfaces clean. These include post offices, police stations, health centers, and public hospitals. DDL's chairman, Kumal Samaru, said, quote, "It was imperative that DDL supports the national effort because we are all at risk. He added that alcohol-based cleaners are among the best defenses against the virus causing COVID-19, so this was natural for us to do." End quote. The sanitizing cleaner with 70% alcohol will be distributed in bottles of 19 liters. Man is clearing the air after a Facebook post accused him of being a gangster of hire went viral. Here is Esther Sobers with more.
Local businessman Jermaine Wilson is trying to clear his name. A viral social media post claims that he is the leader of a motorcycle gang who was hired by a minister to terrorize villagers by kicking down their doors. Wilson claims that he was contacted by persons who were fearful for his safety.
I found out about it like Thursday evening, like 6 o'clock. I was heading home and the police stopped me. The police stopped me and he said, just a minute, he asked me if I see what up on Facebook. I said, what's it? If you have any problem with anybody? I said, no, I don't got no problem with nobody. And he took out the phone and he showed me it. I said, gang leader, motorbike cycle. I said, I ride motorbike. I don't know gang leader for no with them. So I left it as and I go home. I left to go to the shop for buy bread and another set of police stopped me again. I said, that's the man look going on here. So why? He's a gang leader, some motorbike from Warlock, Minister Broom. I say no Minister Broom because she's a minister, not more far than that. So I like to clear up myself for this year. So it's coming from somebody who get a problem with me.
Wilson has been no stranger to social media notoriety. In July 2019, a video of him being assaulted by a police officer at the Romville Police Outpost began circulating. The matter is currently before the courts. He claims that either the officer in question or his colleagues had made the post.
The individual trying to approach me for compensate me for finish the matter. Yeah, he said I was home on Thursday morning. When I reached home, they said a van load of police being by me. I must report to the outpost. When I leave by the outpost, they want me for nothing. Just want to tell me that the individual want to get in contact with me because he want to compensate me. He want to give me $100,000. Yeah, he's past me. You know me. He want to compensate me $100,000. A star buy. You know me. I don't pay them no mind. And the space of 5 hours, I see this on Facebook. I refuse.
So besides the police stopping you and getting calls, what is the reaction maybe if you're seen when you're seen in public? How do persons respond to you when they see you that may not know you?
Oh, for since from Friday to now, we see different people like what you say, like this one is, he's a thief, he's this, he's that. You see them on Facebook. Some call talk good news, some talk bad, you know.
Nonetheless, Wilson has reported the matter to the police and an investigation has been launched. For Channel 2 Headline News, Esther Sobers.
Thanks, Esther. The driver in a fatal hit-and-run accident on Saturday has turned himself in to police. Police reports indicate that at around 8 p.m., a 38-year-old resident of South Vrijdslust, East Coast Demerara, was driving a vehicle east along the northern carriageway of Brickdam Public Road. At the time, a pedal cyclist, 61-year-old Vibert Tyrell of Lot 381, Apple Drive, Northeast, La Penitence, Georgetown, was proceeding south along Chalmers Place, and on the approach to the intersection, the pedal cyclist reportedly rode from north to south into the path of the vehicle and a collision occurred. As a result of the impact, Tyrell sustained severe injuries. He was pronounced dead at the scene. A post-mortem examination was today conducted and the cause of his death was given as multiple injuries. The driver who fled the scene turned himself in at the Albertown police station yesterday in the company of his attorney. He is currently in police custody and is assisting with the investigation. Stick around. After the break, we bring you your regional and international news.
Hurry down to Zasco on 15 North Road between Camp and Wellington Streets. Quality products at low cost for every room in your home. 65 and 55 inches high-end 4K smart TVs. Samsung French door fridges. Black & Decker appliances, queen and king size Canadian-made mattresses. German-made pressure pots in 5 to 9 liters. 12-piece pot sets, knife sets, cutlery sets and pans, commercial fans. Samsung smart stoves. Canadian-made 3-piece recliner sofa sets. Air fryers and Hamilton Beach hot and cold water dispenser.
For that reliable, prudent and courteous traveling experience, your choice is G3 Cabs, located at 228-229 Aubrey Barker Road and Beverly Close, South Renfrew Gardens. Travel in comfort and safety with our deluxe fleet of new vehicles and neatly trimmed drivers serving our customers around Georgetown. We deliver cooking gas, small packages, run errands, and provide minor vehicular roadside assistance such as jump starts of vehicles, flat tires, spare wheel assistance, and more. Contact us on 218-4982 or 218-4500. G3 Cabs. You can count on us.
This place is really hot. What's wrong with your AC?
It's not working.
Well, we wouldn't be able to continue this meeting anymore because this place is extremely hot.
Wait, please don't go.
Here's a company you can call to get your AC fixed. Action Cool.
Honey, what's dinner? I had a hard day.
I'm sorry you had a hard day, but guess what, babes? I didn't cook today because the stove is not working.
Having trouble at home or at the office? Then call the professionals at Action Cool. Our fully trained technical team have the skills and experience in repairs of all air-conditioned units, refrigerators, gas stoves, washing machines, and a whole lot more. For further information, visit us at 86 Hill and Princess Street, Mandela Avenue, Georgetown, or call us on telephone number 225-7867.
Welcome back. Now we take a look at news from the region. The number of confirmed cases of the coronavirus disease 2019 in Trinidad and Tobago is now at 51. This was confirmed in a press release sent by the country's Minister of Health, Dr. Terence Dillising. According to the latest release, the ministry reports the number of samples submitted to the Caribbean Public Health Agency for testing for COVID-19 was 311, and 51 of those samples tested positive. Dr. Dillising specified that 41 of these positive cases came from the group of nationals who recently returned from a cruise. The ministry said all 51 cases had a history of recent travel. Therefore, all positive COVID-19 cases thus far on the Twin Island Republic have been classified as imported. In South America, at least 23 people have been killed as they rioted in one of Colombia's largest prisons in Bogota over fears that the coronavirus could be spreading within its walls. Al Jazeera's Alessandro Rampieri reports.
Throughout the night, videos posted on social media showed fires raging at Bogota's Modelo prison. Shots could be heard as prisoners filmed themselves trying to flee. Riots over coronavirus panic and prison sanitary conditions broke out in this and other 8 overcrowded detention facilities across Colombia, in what the government described as a massive attempt to escape. In the end, 23 inmates died and 83 were injured. 7 prison guards were also wounded. 2 of them are in critical conditions. The Minister of Justice described it as a sad and painful day, but denied that there was a health crisis.
There is no sanitary problem that has caused this plan and these riots. There is not one infection, nor any prisoner or custodial or administrative staffer who has coronavirus.
The next morning, inmates' family members clashed with the police outside the prison, demanding information. The prison riots show that concern is rising over the increasing number of cases here in Colombia, as a lockdown is already underway here in the capital Bogota and other main cities, which will become a nationwide quarantine on Wednesday. New restrictive measures are being imposed on a daily basis across the region. On Sunday, Bolivia's interim government announced a 2-week-long shutdown and the postponement of presidential elections scheduled for May 3rd.
From Sunday at midnight, we should be at home for 24 hours a day. We'll be safer at home. This is the best way to stop the coronavirus.
While police were out on the streets in Argentina and Peru to strictly enforce quarantine measures. In Brazil, where cases have spiraled to more than 1,000, the state of Sao Paulo also called for a 2-week-long quarantine and the closing of all non-essential businesses and services. It follows a similar decision by Rio de Janeiro and comes despite opposition from President Jair Bolsonaro, who keeps downplaying the emergency. International flights have been banned in most countries, and even internal flights are being restricted or stopped altogether, in a region where most governments are determined to take the most drastic decisions before the number of cases gets out of control. Alessandro Ampietti, Al Jazeera, Bogotá.
And internationally, in the United States, measures that are being imposed to stop the coronavirus are having a devastating impact on workers, with the food, hospitality, and entertainment industries being hit particularly hard. Many American workers are taking to the internet to share their stories. Al Jazeera's Andrew Chappell reports.
Yes, I do.
The lead singer of a country rock band, Zac Brown, shared this message with fans.
I've had to let go of about 90% of my family.
Explaining why tour dates have been canceled and why he had to let go of most of his crew. Across the U.S., performance artists and those behind the scenes are suddenly without work. That includes 95% of performers and staff from Cirque du Soleil. The entertainment company's revenue last year was just shy of $1 billion, a number that's dropped to zero, according to its CEO.
C'est une décision extrêmement difficile.
Unfortunately, this decision is our only option, as we are forced to position ourselves to weather this storm and prepare for eventual reopenings.
A hard sell for those who've just lost their only source of income.
Got laid off from my job due to the coronavirus.
These kinds of posts are increasing by the day from recently dismissed employees. Many are sharing their stories online, but also to get advice about applying for unemployment benefits in their state.
Florida. Wife is a hotel manager and was told she needs to take unpaid weeks coming up.
Just got sacked. I thought I would be safe as I'm in accounting, but we are in the hospitality industry, so I sort of understand.
I got laid off today. On the drive home, I got a text from my partner saying her company is filing for bankruptcy. Quite the day.
The largest hotel chain in the world, Marriott International, is planning to temporarily dismiss tens of thousands of workers, sending them home without pay.
COVID-19 is having a more severe and sudden financial impact on our business than 9/11 and the 2009 financial crisis combined.
The hotel industry in the U.S. is seeking $150 billion in relief from the government.
Everything one by one. Dallas and
Some sectors of the economy are collapsing. Wall Street investment firm Goldman Sachs issued a dire forecast on Friday, saying U.S. GDP may shrink by 24% in the second quarter of this year. Sports and entertainment spending may decline by 85%, according to economic forecasts. Millions of Americans could lose their jobs in the months ahead. Empty hotels, empty arenas, and empty theaters. 120,000 workers in the film industry are already out of work in Hollywood, according to one labor union, and millions of people will be forced to temporarily switch careers to make ends meet. But there is good news. Some companies are hiring, including the world's top 2 retailers. Amazon's adding 100,000 workers in the U.S. to meet the surge in demand from those now staying at home, while Walmart's adding 150,000 temporary workers. Whether stocking shelves, delivering food, or figuring out how to make those face-to-face interactions online, America's service sector is being transformed. Andrew Chappell, Al Jazeera.
And here is your 3-day weather forecast. That's all for this edition of Headline News Update. Tune in Tuesday at 7 p.m. for another episode. Be sure to subscribe, like, and follow us on Facebook and YouTube, or visit our website at headlinenewsguyana.com for more news. Until then, take care.